Example 2.11. So from the figure below, determine the horizontal and vertical components of reaction at pin connections A, B, and C of the supporting gable arch. First thing that we are going to do is to assume the direction of the reaction in each support. So we have here AY, and assume natin siya na directed upward, and AX directed to the right, and CY directed upward, and CX directed to the left. So in order for us to solve for the value of the CY, what we are going to do is to summate moment at point A. Kung uunahin naman natin i-solve yung reaction natin AY, what we are going to do is to summate moment at point C. So doon na lang tayo sa point A. Summation of moment at point A is equal to 0, taking the clockwise direction as positive. So we would have 15 kilonewton. That would create a clockwise rotation, and the perpendicular distance is 3 meters. And si CX ay tatama sa point A, so meaning hindi siya mag-create ng moment. Si CY will create a negative moment because it will rotate counterclockwise, so that's negative CY multiplied by the perpendicular distance 6 meters, that is equal to 0. So CY is equal to 7.5 kilonewton. So since positive yung lumabas na sagot, meaning tama yung assumption natin that CY is directed upward. In order for us to solve for the value of the AY, so we have to summate forces vertical is equal to 0, taking the upward direction as positive. We have AY upward plus CY 7.5 kilonewton is equal to 0. So that would give us AY is equal to negative 7.5 kilonewton. So since negative yung lumabas na sagot, meaning mali yung assumption natin, AY is not directed upward, but instead AY is directed downward. So that would be 7.5 kilonewton directed downward. So always remember na okay lang mag-assume pero never mag-expect. So kukontrahin lang natin, AY is not directed upward, but it is directed downward. Next thing na gagawin natin is to separate the member AB from the member BC. So magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang free body diagram. So for the member AB, dito mayroon tayong 15 kilonewton na load. And for the reactions, since we already computed for the value of the AY, that is 7.5 kilonewton downward. And in here, we have the AX. And dito sa point B, so since this is an internal hinge, we will assume that the BY is directed upward and BX is directed to the left. And for the member BC, so kukontrahin lang natin yung assumption natin dito sa free body diagram natin sa member AB. BX is directed to the right and BY is directed downward. And for the assumption, CX directed to the left. Since we already computed for the value of the CY, that is 7.5 kilonewton upward. For the member AB, in order for us to compute for the reaction AX, what we are going to do is to summate moment at point B. So, yung mga distance natin, this is 3 meters, and sa height, we have here 3 meters and another 3 meters. Summation of moment at point B is equal to 0, taking the clockwise direction as positive. For the 15 kN load, since we are taking the moment at point B, 15 kN will create a negative moment, so that's counterclockwise. 15 kN multiplied by the perpendicular distance 3 meters. AX will create a counterclockwise rotation, so we would have negative AX multiplied by the perpendicular distance 6 meters. And the 7.5 kN vertical reaction AY natin, that's counterclockwise, so negative 7.5 kN multiplied with the perpendicular distance 3 meters. This is equal to 0. So solving for the value of the AX is equal to negative 11.25 kN. So since negative yung lumabas na sagot, so meaning mali yung assumption natin that AX is directed to the right, AX is directed to the left. So this is 11.25 kN directed to the left. Always remember na pwede tayo magkamali sa direction ng mga reactions natin, pero never tayong nagkakamali doon sa magnitude ng reaction. Solving for the value of the By, we have to summate forces vertical is equal to 0, taking the upward direction as positive. So, mga vertical forces natin, 7.5 AY, so that's negative kasi that is directed downward. Plus By is equal to 0 since dalawa lang naman sila yung vertical forces. Therefore, By is equal to 7.5 kN since positively lumabas na sagot, tama yung assumption that By is directed upward. Solving for the value of the Bx, so summation of forces horizontal is equal to 0, taking the direction to the right as positive. We have 15 kN directed to the right, so that's positive. AX, we computed that AX is 11.25 directed to the left, so that is negative 11.25. Minus Bx is equal to 0. So solving for the value of the Bx, that is equal to 3.75 kN. Since positively lumabas na sagot, tama yung assumption that Bx is directed to the left. So kung titingnan naman natin sa member BC, since we already computed for the value of the Bx, that is equal to 3.75, and By, that is equal to 7.5. So ang ano na lang natin sa member BC natin is the force Cx. So summation of the forces horizontal is equal to 0, taking the direction to the right as positive. We have Bx 3.75 directed to the right minus Cx directed to the left, so that is negative, is equal to 0. So Cx is equal to 3.75 kN. Since positively lumabas na sagot, meaning tama yung assumption that Cx is directed to the left.